I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about crime in the black community. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Crime in the black community is out of control. I know it's taboo to talk about this issue. I know many of people out there who listening to this video will say that these are Fox talking points or conservative talking points. But the crime in our community is at epidemic proportions. We have mass shootings in certain cities once a week, if not twice a week, where multiple people are shot and killed. It seems even before the pandemic, crime is out of control, but it has accelerated over the past year, especially now that we're coming out of the pandemic. You have major cities from New York City, Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago, Jacksonville, Miami, who have seen an upswing of crime in the city, especially shootings and murders. The only way this is going to be stopped is if the community finally stands up against the criminals. We know that after the George Floyd verdict, the police departments all around the country have scaled back. They're basically have a hands off when it comes to the black community. So right now, we have complete chaos going on in neighborhoods all across America. Certain amount of our communities have become ungovernable, in which the people in the community cannot govern the community. The criminals are running the community. I know many of people are saying that if we just gave more money, if we helped find, give them more jobs. But right now, there are jobs in America. There are 9 million job openings right now, but crime hasn't decreased. We have a subculture that has developed within our community where gangsterism and thugism is extremely popular. It comes from a music genre in our community that believes the only way you can express your male manhood or your so-called alpha male gene is by going out and shooting another brother. But this self-hatred is destroying our community. In America, we have almost 150 children, 98% of them black, that have been killed in our community from 0 to age 11. And we have even more when it comes to 11 to 18. How can you have a functioning community when kids cannot go out and play? When kids can't sit on their porch? When kids can't even sleep in their beds? We can't have that. And if you think the same people who put you in bondage for 400 years, had you in Jim Crow for 100, is going to come into your community and solve your problem, it's not going to happen. They helped create the problem. They created the problem in the 1960s with the so-called war on poverty, when they told the woman, you can have all the amenities that you want. You can have an apartment. You can have food. You can have furniture. But one thing you can't have is that man in your house. And once you take that man out of your house, that father figure, the boys run wild. And that's what you have seen over the past 40 or 50 years. You have seen young men with no guidance running the streets of our community. And you wonder if that was just a coincidence. Everyone knows when there's not a father around, chaos reigns. If you look at any statistical analysis of the men in prison, 85% of them don't have a father at home. 80% don't have a high school diploma. This is a factor in why we have the chaos that we have right now. And if you think electing Joe Biden is going to help you out, it's not going to happen. We have to get back to the fundamental principles of family first. The black family. Because if we don't put that family back together, that structure that we had up to the 1950s and early 60s that helped us go through a Montgomery bus boycott in which our community shut down a city because we had discipline within a family. We have no discipline. The chaos is reigning, and it's raining hard. The blood is being spilled throughout the streets of black communities. And most people don't want to address it. They want to hide behind a veneer that if we just talk about racism, it'll go away. We all know about racism. We all know about police brutality. We can talk about this. But this one thing, this crime in our community, man, it's not going away. We can hide from it. We cannot talk about it because we feel as though it's embarrassing. But right now, when you see babies, 2-year-olds, 4 years old, 6-year-old dying on the street, and it also plays with our mind because the abnormal becomes normal. And after a while, you become desensitized to even children being killed in our community. We have to make a stand. And if we don't make a stand, we're done as a people. We're eliminating our own selves, our own children. And as black men, we are right now doing everything the white supremacists used to do to us when they used to hang us from trees. Now they can just watch on TV while we die every night on the news. We could talk about guns, but we must talk about discipline. See, a gun is an inanimate object. It has to be picked up, pointed at, finger on the trigger, and shot for that the weapon to work. If we stop killing each other, this community can be strong, vibrant, in a community that can be run like we used to run Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Wilmington, North Carolina, and so many other communities when we had a sense of discipline and pride about ourselves. Listen to what you hear right now. Police cars. Because people don't know how to communicate, they don't know how to act, and they have a lack of discipline. But we can turn this around. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. I hope you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.